This is Calvin Castine. It's opening day in the CPAC Bowling at Bowl Mart Lanes. Beautiful downtown, actually just between beautiful downtown Champlain and beautiful downtown Rouse's Point. And we're here for Peru at Northeastern CPAC Varsity Bowling, coming right here, right now on Hometown Cable. It'll be ladies first, but we're set here for the boys A match. And bowling first for the Indians with a strike. It's David Bowman, carries a 188 average. Up for the Cougars, it's Dylan Roberts. Brand new scoring machines here for the Bowl Mart. Next is we got Carl Ashline as Roberts gets 9 for the frame.
You don't need the rule.
All right, we're still getting handy. We've got a brand new coach here for Northeastern, and she is learning the ropes, and we're getting started here at 3:47 instead of 3:30, so it's a new experience for her and everybody, so we're going to have to play along here at the moment. Let's see, Ashline, now we have Chad Dupree up, and for the Cougars, it's Mike Noggle just got a strike, and this is Adam Bayshard. Agnew up for the Cougars, for the Indians. That's what Agnew was as, Sean Agnew. New scoring, going to be tough to show on camera though, because the sequence is not in tune with our frames per second. Now Charles Martin up for the Cougars. We got a strike. So let's see, we got this a strike, a spare, and an open on the Peru side. And we got Ryan Eilers up for the Indians. He got 7 pins in his first ball. Josh Friend up for the Cougars. And he leaves 3 pins off to the right. Eiler's going for his spare. Missed everything. Now Friend is up. Roberts up for the Cougars, his second frame, and Bowman up for the Indians, working on a strike. Give you the averages. Agnew's the high bowler average at the moment for Peru. There's Roberts going for his spare, and he picks it up. Agnew carries a 199. Dupree, Chad Dupree, a 198. Ryan Eilers and David Bowman each with a 188, and Carl Ashline with a 187. So top 5 bowlers from Peru, the A team, is an excellent team. There's Nago, was working on a strike, gets 8 pins in his first ball, and Carl Ashline gets a strike. Noggle gets 9 for the frame. Over on the Cougar side, Dylan Roberts has a 130 average, Mike Noggle a 132, Adam Bayshard a 133, Charles Martin a 152, and Josh Friend a 170. So the Indians are spotting the Cougars a lot of pins. Here's Dupree. And he gets 9. And Bayshard for the Cougars strikes. Dupree picks up his spare. Now Charlie Martin gets 8 pins in his first ball. In the past, we've always been able to show you the scoreboard. May not be able to do that right now. With handicap 133 for the Indians. They've got a very low handicap. Agnew up. He gets 6 pins. Martin going for his spare, and he will pick it up. Cougars up to 317 with the handicap. So, big uphill battle for the Indians, giving up a lot of pins here against the Cougars. Now Friend up for the Cougars. He strikes. That's he had an open in the first frame. Strike for David Bowman as he starts the third frame for the Indians. Agnew waiting for his ball. This is Ashline. Agnew, after the long wait, has an open. Now Eiler's up. Ashline bowling in frame number 3. He's going to have an open. Dupree up for the Indians. Gets 9 pins in his first ball in the third. Here's Eilers going for his spare. And he picks it up. Dupree needs 1 for his spare. He will get it, and he'll bring up a lead bowler for the Cougars, Dylan Roberts. And he strikes. Now Sean Agnew. He strikes. And Mike Noggle strikes for the Cougars. Well, let's see if we get an update here. It's 228 to 357. Eilers gets 9 pins in his first ball in the third frame. Bayshard up to the Cougars. Bayshard gets a split. Eilers will put it in the gutter, missing his spare. In the early going, the Peru bowlers having a little trouble getting used to the lanes here. They try to get 8 for the frame. Now quickly Roberts up to start his 4th frame, and he strikes. There's Martin, and Martin gets 7 on his first ball. Mike Noggle over lane 14, gets a late drop, he gets the strike. He'll take it, gladly take it. Martin gets a spare. Indians' total handicap is 28. I think every one of the Cougars has a handicap higher than 28. All right, Bayshard struck, and Friend gets 9 pins in his first ball. We'll bring up Martin for the Cougars, bowling in his 4th frame. picks off the right side of the group. Friend picks up his spare. Remind everyone watching, this is viewer-supported local television. Some of you have supported us in the past and haven't done so recently. Some of you have never supported our efforts, and we need everybody if we're going to stay afloat. Help float the good ship, Hometown Cable. Become a sponsor, become a viewer supporter. A field goal for David Bowman. Friend gets 9 pins in his first frame. Now Carl Ashline up for the Indians. And he gets 9 pins. His friend going for his spare. He will pick it up. Lane 13 is running way behind lane 14. Bowman will just finish bowling here, and it'll be his turn to bowl on lane 14. Excuse me, I mean Ashline. Bowman strikes. Now Ashline is up in lane 14. Dupree is up in lane 13. Dupree strikes. Ashline decides to get up. Needed a breather after throwing those 2 balls, I guess. Tiring work. Agnew waiting for the pin setter. Agnew strikes. Now here's Ashline finally. And he strikes. Eiler's up for the Indians. .340 with 490. Indians trailing by 150 pins. Eilers picks off 6. Now Dupree up for the Indians. Dupree with a strike. Eilers picks up the spare. Roberts up for the Cougars, again waiting for that pin setter. A little slower than one on 14. Over on 14, we're waiting for Sean Agnew. Roberts will pick up the spare. Still waiting for Agnew. Sometimes wonder what the heck's going on with these kids. Nago gets 7 pins. Agnew was waiting for the mood to get a strike, I guess. Nago misses his spare. Eiler's up now for the Indians. And he gets 6 pins. Bayshard for the Cougars. Leaves the 10. Eilers with the spare. And Bayshard will miss his spare. Roberts leading off the 5th with a strike. Actually, that's the 6th. He's leading off the 6th. Martin is finishing up his fifth here. We got a friend to go after him. We got Noggle waiting. Because 13 is moving so slow, the guys bowling in 14 just wasting a lot of time. If 13 should suddenly speed up, they'll have wasted a lot of time. Friend gets 9 pins in his first ball. And Friend finally bowls, and he gets a spare. So Noggle will give it up now. And he will pick off 9 pins. And we got Bowman starting the 6th frame for the Indians, and he starts it with a strike. Noggle misses everything. Ashline. Ashline with 7 pins. Base yard for the Cougars. He gets 9 pins. At the moment, 450 to 620. Cougars with a 170 pin lead at the moment. Here's Ashline. He gets 9. Base yard misses the spare. Chad Dupree up for the Indians and Charlie Martin up for the Cougars. Dupree with a strike. Martin will pick off 9. We'll bring up Agnew for the Indians. And he gets 9 pins. Martin gets a spare. Agnew spares. Like Fran up for the Cougars, he strikes. There's Eilers, and he gets 8 pins in his first ball in the 6th frame. All right, Bowman will start the 7th frame for the Indians. Eilers will miss the spare, leaves 1 pin. Dylan Roberts due up for the Cougars. Bowman gets 6 for the frame. There's Roberts, and he gets 8. He's double wood. Now Ashline for the Indians. Ashline gets 8 pins. There's Roberts going for the double wood. He got it, barely got that back one. Barely kissed that back one. He's in a 114, 159 with the handicap. Ashline will pick up his spare. Noggle gets a strike. Now Dupree up for the Indians. We're in the 7th frame. Dupree strikes. And here's Bayshard. A little bit of a spare. 4, 6, 10. There's Agnew. Agnew gets 8. Bayshard gets 1. It's 8 for the frame. Martin up for the Cougars. Here's Agnew for the Indians. Agnew gets 9 for the frame. Martin gets 8 on his first ball. Eilers gets 5 on his first ball. Here's Martin. And he picks up the spare. Eilers gets 4 out of the 5. Almost picked that one up. Friend gets 9. There's the scoreboard tells you how to pick up your spare. Here's Roberts. He gets 9 pins. There's the 9 pin. Friend picks up his spare.
I'm going to take off.
Here's Roberts. Roberts misses his spare. Gives him an open in the 8th frame. Bowman up for the Indians. He's the 6-10. Nago picked off 6 pins. Let's see what he's got to pick up. Just barely getting it. Bowman picked it off.
I've been doing it like, I've already moved over about.
There's Nago. Left the 4 pin.
I've been doing that.
Now Ashline up for Peru. Got them all. He got them all. Strike. Bayshard puts it in the gutter. See what it'll say about Bayshard's spare. He needs 10 to spare. 642, 762. So the Indians have taken a little bit off that Cougar lead, but it's still 120 pin difference here in the 8th frame. Dupree gets a 7 to fall, so this leaves the 10. He avoided the 7-10 split. Bayshard gets 8 for the frame. Martin up for the Cougars. He'll start the... No, he's not going to start. He's the 4th bowler. He's bowling in the 8th. Dupree gets a spare. Here's Martin. He yanks it to the left. And he's got 4 pins to get right in the middle, left the diamond. There's Agnew. He strikes. Martin going for his spare. He left one. Gonna bring up Eilers. Waiting for the pin setter. Friend waiting for Eilers. Now Friend will go. Friend gets 9. Eilers gets 6. Friend picks up his spare just barely, just breezed by the ball, and the wind knocked it down, knocked the pin down. Eilers gets his spare. Now Bayshard up for the Cougars, and Roberts will start frame number 9. Bowman for the Indians. That's not Bayshard. Bowman for the Indians gets a strike. Roberts leaves a tough spare. Here's Ashline for the Indians. Ashline strikes. Roberts couldn't decide which pins to get, so he went by all of them. Coming up, Mike Noggle. Roberts has a 148. Noggle a 116 coming in. Here's Dupree up. Chad Dupree. Dupree gets 9 pins. Noggle gets 7. Dupree spares. Noggle's got the 3, 5, 6, and he will miss them all. I'll bring up Agnew. And Bayshard. Bayshard leaves a split. Scoreboard says you're on your own if you got a split. Agnew, this is a doable split. Here he's got baby split. Oh, just missing the, I believe that's the 3-pin. Bayshard gets a 3-pointer, a field goal. Now Eilers on the 9th frame. Game 1. Peru at Northeastern, opening game of the 2004-2005 season. There's Martin. Martin gets 9 pins. Roberts with a 148. We'll be starting the 10th frame. Martin spares. Here's the 1-3. His friend. He strikes. Roberts picks up the spare. David Bowman up. Bowman gets a strike. He came in with a 130. Came into the 10th with a 130. Roberts is done. There's Bowman. Bowman gets 9 pins. So let's see here. We got 165 for Dylan Roberts with handicap of 210. Noggle gets 9 pins. 872 to 826. Cougars is about 50 pins ahead of the Indians. Bowman spares. Here's Noggle going for his spare. Well, let's see. Mike Noggle out of 123. Let's see what he's got. We got Ashline striking. That'll help the Indian cause. Ashline came in. He's got a triple. 125 at the moment. Nago gets 7 pins on his fill ball. This is my first experience with this particular scoreboard, so we're learning as we go. Ashline leaves a split. Waiting for the reset over here. 165 for Roberts, 140 for Nago. Bayshard starts the 10th with a 107. It's 9 pins. Here's Ashline's final ball. He puts it in the gutter. Bowman got a 179. Ashline got a 199. Bayshard picks up the spare, so he'll get another ball. Here's Dupree. Dupree came in with a 186. Just 3 on the fill ball. Gives him a 120. There's Dupree. Dupree spares. He's got a 203 right now, plus his fill ball. 888 to 899. This is going to go down to the wire, and it's going to come down to. He's got the best lead coming in here in the final bowlers, I think. Dupree picks off 7 for his fill ball. Here's Martin. Gets 8 on his first ball. Martin with a 128. Let's see. Bayshard finished with a 120. Here's Martin. Gets 9. He'll have an open in the 10th. That's going to hurt. 9-19 opens the door here for the Indians. Agnew. He's the team's 4th bowler. They got another bowler after him. He gets, I believe, 8 pins. Here's Friend, the Cougars' final bowler. I would say the door is open for the Indians to come from behind and take this one in the 10th frame.
Ball 11.
Agnew gets a spare. Ball on 11. Ball returned. Friend misses his spare. So the Cougars open in the 10th, and I think the Indians are going to pull it out here in the 10th frame. Here's Agnew striking. That ought to do it. 9:37, 9:15. Let's see. Martin finishes with a 137. Friend with a 174. With handicap, Cougars get a 9:37. There's Eilers striking. A double for Eilers. Gives him a 135, and that clinches it. That clinches it. Indians will come from behind here in the 10th. They finish strong. The Cougars with a couple of opens, at least a couple of opens in the 10th. Opened the door for Peru, and Peru came charging through. The Indians ran right through that open door. The 165, 140, 120, 137, and 174. Well, Eilers here with a 135. Here's his final fill ball. He picks it off. He's put his team over the margin. He finishes up with a 155. They're not going to give me any time here to double check those scores. They are 172 for Agnew, 220. The big game there for Dupree. So that's game one. The Indians take it with a come from behind here in the 10th. We'll move on to game number 2 on one of these alleys. All right, a moment ago the girls had a score on their old score up there, and all of a sudden they're bowling, so we're going to go with them.
What do you want to say here?
Okay, I guess we'll move spaces here with Jim Tierney in a moment here. We'll wait till these girls throw their balls. All right, we've moved over here to be behind the girls, sort of. Okay, bowling for the Indians, Mindy Wilkins, Macy Duell, Danielle Kluke, who's bowling right now, Mary Garrow, and Jamie Duell. For the Cougars, Danielle Parker, Megan Friend, Kelsey Diso, Erin Sorrell, and Danielle Tierney. Sorrell is up there at the moment. Garrow bowling for the Indians. Sorrell gets 9 for the frame. Okay, let's see. Parker with a 128 average. Friend with a 126, Diso a 138. There's Garrow. He gets 9 for the frame. Now Tierney up for the Cougars. She strikes. Diso 138, Sorrell 139, Danielle Tierney with a 172. There's Jamie Duell. Ball kind of slipped out of her fingers there, I think. And I'll bring up Mindy Wilkins, I believe. There's Duell. Gets 8 for the frame. Now Macy Duell. He gets a split. There's Parker. Leaves double wood. Okay, we got Wilkins carries a 126 average. Macy Duell 120. There's Macy Duell's. Here's Parker. Parker had a spare. Excuse me, had an open. See, Macy Duell 120. Danielle Kluke 142. Mary Garrow 148. And Jamie Duell 165. Here's Kluke. And over on the other side, Friend for the Cougars. Kluke, 6 pins on her first ball. She leaves the 10. Here's Friend. Friend gets 9 for the frame. 280 to 282 at the moment. Up for the Cougars. With a strike, it's Diso. Now Garrow for the Indians. Garrow gets 6 pins. And Sorrell leaves the 10 pin. Garrow will get 8 for the frame. Sorrell will pick off the 10 pin and get the spare. All right, now we got Macy Duel. Or is it Jamie Duel? Jamie Duel. Gets 9 pins. Tierney strikes. And she's happy. Duel going for her spare. She will miss it by a hair. For the Indians, it's Mindy. That's her spare she's got to pick up. Mindy Wilkins. And Danielle Parker for the Cougars. Parker gets 7 pins. There's Wilkins. Wilkins will... Oh, she forgot. She already got those. Put that ball right where the first one went. There's Parker. Parker's going to do the same thing. Macy Duel. She leaves. Oops, wrong scoreboard. We're at an angle here. We went straight up and we're looking at the scoreboard on the other lane. Strike for Friend. Now Duel going for her spare. Looks like the 8 pin. She's got it. There's Diesel for the Cougars. He's a 6-7-10. There's Kluke for the Indians. And Kluke leaves the 10 pin. .351 to 330 is the score. Diesel will pick off just the 6 pin. Leaves the 7-10. Cookie picks off the 10. Barely. That'll bring up Sorrell for the Cougars. She's not happy with that ball. They got, I think, 3 pins. There's Garrow. Garrow leaves the 9. Or the 6. Maybe it's the 6. Sorrell gets 7 for the frame. There's Garrow. Garrow spares. And it brings up Tierney for Northeastern. Leaves the 10 pin. Duel. Duel gets 9 at her first ball. Tierney puts it in the gutter. Duel picks up the spare. There's Wilkins leading off the 4th frame. Parker up for the Cougars. Parker got 9 pins in her first ball. Wilkins gets a late drop on the 7, gets the spare. Here's Parker. She will miss the spare. I'm a little confused with the scoring over there. No, but they're showing her with 115, 140, and the...
That is a total from the game before, I think. Really weird.
Apparently the scoreboard is showing the score for the whole series here, not just today's game, on this particular game. So if I look over to the right, I don't really see the score. It keeps track of the overall score for the entire day, and the current score for this game is over here, so it's a little confusing. A new score system, and it's our first experience with it. Kluke gets 8 pins. There's Diso. Diso gets an open, gives her 42. Here's Garrow. Garrow gets 9 pins. And Sorrell leads the 10. Mary Garrow going for her spare, and Sorrell going for her spare. Garrow misses hers, Sorrell misses hers. Brings up the anchor bowlers. Here's Jamie Duell for Peru. She gets 3. Danielle Tierney for Northeastern. She leaves the 4-7. .212 to 227 is our score. Meantime, Duell missed her spare. And Tierney picks up her spare. Here's Parker leading off the 5th. And Parker gets a split. Wilkins up for the Indians. She gets 5 pins in her first ball. Here's Parker going for her spare. Make sure she gets to one of them. Wilkins leaves 2. Friend got 6 pins, I guess. Friend gets 8 for the frame. Macy Duell bowling for the Indians. Needs to get the 7 pin, and she picked it up just before the ball went in the gutter. She got it. Nice job. Now Kelsey Diso for the Cougars. Good 7.
Come on, Charlie.
Kluke. Kluke leads the 6 pin. Diesel up for the Cougars. Picks it up. There's Kluke. And she picks it up. So in this game, it's 261 for Northeastern, 246 for Peru. Sorrell up for Northeastern. Oops. Darrow gets 9 pins in her first ball. Sorrell going for her spare, and she will get 8 for the frame. Darrow spares. 269 to 256 at the moment. Danielle Tierney up for the Cougars. Leaves a 7 pin. Jamie Dool up for Peru. Dool lets it fly and gets 5 pins. Tierney will miss her spare by a hair. Dool looking for her spare, and she picks it up. Get us to Wilkins leading off the 6th frame. She gets 6 pins. Okay, at the moment we have 287 to 272. The Indians have taken, Cougars have taken the lead. The team has moved over. Here's Parker. The scoreboard switches sides depending on who's bowling. Wilkins will pick up her spare. Nice ball. 6 pins for a friend. Now Macy Dool up for Peru. She gets a strike. Friend. How'd she do that? Like the pins were on a string. Somebody yanked the string. Nice spare there by Friend. There's Kluke. Kluke gets 9 pins in her first ball. Diso up for the Cougars. And she leaves the 8. 314 to 325, so we got to actually 312 to 202. Oh, here we go. It's the bottom. Too many numbers on this scoreboard here. 325 to 314. Diso misses her spare. Now Garrow. 325, 314 is the score. Garrow gets 9 pins in her first ball. Here's Sorrell. Leaves a 7 pin. 334, 332. Indians looking to make their move. Here's Garrow. She will miss the spare. Here's Sorrell. She will miss her spare. Ball went in the alley first, went in the gutter. Well, they got to adjust the scoreboard accordingly. There's Jamie Dool. She leaves 6, 7, 10. Tierney strikes for the Cougars. Duel going for 6, 7, 10. She might get it. She might. Oh, almost. Missed the 6 pin. Now Wilkins leading off the 7th frame with a strike. Parker leading off the 7th for the Cougars.
Pick up, Josh. There you go, Dylan. Next week, I won't even be.
Leaves a 4, 6, 10. Strike over on the Peru side. That's Macy Duel with the strike. Quite pleased with it. Parker will get 9 for the frame. Now Kluke up for the Indians. Kluke gets 5 on her first ball. Quickly Fren up for Northeastern. He gets 8.
There you go, Carl.
Fren will miss the 10. Fren misses the 10. There's Kluke. Gets 7 for the frame. Liso got 9 pins. Garrow up. Alright, Garrow misses her spare. We had to switch batteries, and Liso misses her spare. Had to switch batteries while they were bowling. The battery died. Wasn't much we could do. Here's Duel. She leaves the 4-7. We are in the 7th. There's Sorrell. She gets 7 pins on her first ball. Duel, the anchor bowler for Peru, picks up her spare. $4.12 to $3.95. Sorrell picks up her spare. And Parker will start the 8th. Tierney waiting to finish up the 7th. Parker gets 7 pins, and Tierney gets 7 pins. At the moment, the Indians lead 4-12 to Cougars lead now 4-19. They've got an extra bowler here in Parker. Parker spares. Cougars have the extra bowler. Here's Tierney. She misses her spare.
Nick, come on, Dylan.
So it's 4-12 to 4-24. Cougars have their second bowler going here in the 8th frame. Fren gets 8 pins. Peru's first bowler in the 8th frame. This is Wilkins. She gets 6 pins. Fren will miss the spare. That's 9 for the frame. There's Diesel. Diesel with a strike. And gets us to Duel, Macy Duel. Gets the 6 pin, but she's got the 4-7-10. There's Sorrell. Sorrell leaves the 10. Macy Duel. There's a 120 average. She will pick up the 7.
Fair, nice job.
Terrell gets the 10 pin.
Come on, Adam.
Kluke up for the Indians. And she gets 6 pins. Tierney up for the Cougars. And she gets 9 pins, leaving the 7. 470 to 459. Northeastern up by 11 pins, but again they have one bowler ahead of the Indians. Now Kluke gets the spare. There's Tierney picking up her spare. So the Cougars have finished the 8th frame with a 471. Just 8 pins behind them is Garrow. As Garrow bowls. Actually, Indians are 2 bowlers behind the Cougars. Garrow's the number 4 bowler, Jamie Dool the anchor bowler. 7 pins for Wilkins as he starts the 9th frame. Garrow looking for that picket fence. She gets it. Like playing dominoes. 9 pins for the frame. Dool's going to yank it to the left. Al Macy Dool up, following Wilkins. Starting the 9th frame for the Indians. Leaves the 6-10. There's Jamie Dool. He's the anchor bowler. That's a frame she'd rather forget. Jamie Dool carries a 165 average, so you know that she doesn't bowl too many frames that way. Macy Dool gets 9 for the frame as she leads the 6 pin. Here's Parker. For the Cougars, she will strike. Danielle Parker with a strike. Brings up Danielle Kluke. And Kluke leaves a 7 pin. And there's Friend. Let's see, it's Megan Friend. Kluke will pick up her spare. And Friend will lead the 7 pin. Good try. Garrow up now for Peru. She strikes. And Diesel up for the Cougars. Gets 6 pins. .512 to 534. Here's Jewel with a strike. Looks like the Indians are in the lead at the moment. Yes, Indians are in the lead. They have jumped ahead of the Cougars. Disa will leave a pin. Aaron Sorrell. Cougars are a couple bowlers behind Peru now. Here's 4 pins. 544 to 530. There's Parker. Oh, here's Sorrell. It's 9 for the frame. A lot of 9-pin frames today. Here's Parker. 2 spares. Here's Tierney. Leaves the 1-2. .569, 544. Here's Parker. Parker
Fair Danielle. Nice shot.
Tierney picks up her spare. All right, didn't realize we were in the 10th frame here. But still getting used to these scoreboards. Here's Wilkins, and here is Friend. So the Cougars are in the 10th frame. 129 for Parker. 129 for Parker. This is Mindy Wilkins' second ball in the 10th. She'll have an open, and Friend will have an open. So here we are in the 10th. It is 587 to 552. Northeastern up by about 30 pins. They are one bowler ahead of the Indians. Duel puts it in the gutter. Diso picks off 6 pins. So let's see, 119 for Mindy Wilkins. Duel will get 9 pins for the frame. Diso spares. Okay, so let's see. 119. 203 for the day. 307 with handicap. Duel finishes with a 134. Here's Kluke. Gets 9 pins. Now Diesel going for fill ball. She gets 9. So she's done. Now there's Kluke. And Kluke will spare. 580. Okay, Parker finished with 129. Brenner 113. Diesel 126. Sorrell leaves the 610 on her first ball in the 10th. Cookie gets 9 on her fill ball. Now Sorrell going for her spare. And she will miss it. So she is done for the game. Give her a 107. Diesel the 126. 614. The 589. Here's Garrow. Garrow gets 9 pins. Now here's Tierney. Tierney strikes. Here in the 10th frame. Garrow will spare, but barely spare. Tierney looking for a double, gets 9 pins on her first fill ball. Garrow gets a strike on her fill ball. Here's Tierney. She spares on her final fill ball. So let's see. Garrow got a 141. Danielle Kluke got a 134. Here's Jamie Duel. Tierney finished with a 169. Aaron Sorrell the 107. 644 for the Cougars. 633 right now for the Indians. So Duel can pull it out here. needs to pick up this pair. She doesn't. And Cougars will win this one. 644 to 635. Duel finishes with a 107. And we're ready to move on to the next one. All right, we have moved over to the BMAC. It's already underway. Try to figure out who we got here. Jeremy Dost for the Indians, Travis Bruno, Kevin Mandafik, Corey Devins, and Nick Keith. And Nick Keith has a 185 average, Devins a 165, Mandafik a 165, Bruno a 165, and Dost a 159. So pretty darn good B averages. Over on the Cougar side, you got Tyler Richard with a 118, Kyle Chambers a 119, Nick Paquette a 119, Cody Hampton a 125, and Nick DeCoste a 125. And we're trying to squeeze our papers in here so we can read them. All right, bowling alleys aren't necessarily made for videotaping, but this is the best one in the area as far as us being able to get what we can see. It's as well lit an alley as we've seen in the area. We'll try to figure out where we stand as far as the bowlers here in a moment. Hampton up for the Cougars. These spares. We're in the first frame, second frame. We're in the second frame already. Keith with a strike for the Indians. Strike for the Cougars for Robert. And Richard with 9 pins in his first ball for the Cougars. Okay, let's figure out that scoreboard here. 148 to 100 at the moment. Nine pins for the frame for Roberts and 9 for Richard. Jeremy Dost up for Peru. Gets 9 pins. Kyle Chambers up for the Cougars. He gets 9 pins in his first ball. Chambers spares.
Do we have to pay the subs? Do we have to pay? No? No. We have to pay for, still pay for practice. Okay.
And Travis Bruno gets 9 pins. And we got Paquette getting 8 pins on his first ball.
Pin right behind you. There's a pin laying down right behind you. You can't throw the ball with a pin on the deck.
Paquette gets 9 for the frame. Apparently there's a pin hidden behind this pin laying down. They'll remove the laying down pin and he'll be able to throw the spare ball. There's Hampton up for the Cougars. He gets 9 on his first ball here in the third. And Bruno. There's Hampton. He gets his spare. Mandafik up for the Indians. He gets 9 pins. And it brings up Roberts for, no, DeCoste. Excuse me, I've been calling him Roberts. It's DeCoste here. I'm trying to read it's Nick DeCoste. Trying to read that small writing from back here, and I'm going to fail my eye test. As DeCoste for the spare. Corey Devins, and Devins can't believe it's still standing. I can't believe it. In the meantime, Jeremy Dost starts the fourth frame. Devins, the fourth bowler for the Indians, picks up the spare. We'll bring up Nick Keith, but first we've got Doss missing his spare. Kathy Young now replacing Chris Welch as the Cougar coach. Keith gets, I believe, 8 pins on his first ball. It's like double wood from here. Travis Bruno bowling for the Indians. Lane 15 gets 8 pins, leaves double wood. And a double wood does in Keith. We'll see if Bruno has any better luck with it. Got to come in from the side or come in direct. Either one, you got to be pretty darn precise on the double wood. Right from the front, no, just a little bit off. Come on, exactly head onto it, so the pin goes straight back. Richard gets 8 pins for the Cougars. As Corey Devins, no, it was Kevin Mandafik, I guess. Now we got Devins coming up. Mandafik got a strike. Chambers for the Cougars. It's 9 pins. Devins gets the spare. Chambers. This is it. Keith up for the Indians. He's the anchor bowler. He strikes. Nice ball by the big guy, Nick Keith. Paquette up for the Cougars. Kind of slingshots it. And Richard will start the 5th for Northeastern. He gets 8 pins. Wildcat gets 9 for the frame.
Let's go, Cody.
Let's see. 326, 203 at the moment. Missed the spare. Richard. This is Hampton.
Nice try, Cody.
Hampton misses his spare. Chambers, 3 on his first ball, going for his spare. He leaves a pin. Now we have DeCoste. And DeCoste gets 5 pins. Peru at Northeastern. Wildcat didn't even want to watch it. Did better than he thought he would, though. DeCoste, 7 or 6 for the frame. And Wildcat will miss his spare. Jeremy Doss leading off the 6th frame for Peru. Or is it the 5th frame, I guess, leading off the 5th. Hampton gets 8 pins on his first ball. Doss will get 9 for the frame. We're in the 5th frame. 335 to 252, Peru leading. Hampton misses his spare. A strike for Travis Bruno. DeCoste gets 9 pins. Here's Mandopik. Mandopik will get 8. There's DeCoste going for his spare. Misses it. Mandopik misses his spare. Now Devon's up. Gets 9 on his first ball here in the 5th. And we got Doss starting the 6th frame with 8 pins. Devons with the spare. Doss will pick up his spare. Keith up for the Indians. Anchor bowler here in the 5th. And he gets 9 on his first ball. Now Bruno for Peru. And Bruno gets 8. Leaves a 1-2. Keith with a little hook. Just nipping it. Ooh. It'll count. There's Bruno, and he is going to miss it. So Keith just barely picking it up on his, and Bruno just barely missing his. 6 pins for Richard. similar mirror effect there as Mendoza gets 6 pins also. You got a mirror image of what Richard is shooting for. Richard gets 2. I'll bring up Chambers. Mendoza will fare better. Yes, he'll get all 4. He gets a spare. All right, Chambers.
That was a good ball, too.
He gets strikes. And a strike on the Peru side for Devons. Peru opening up a big lead at the moment. There's Paquette. It's 9 pins. 456 to 288. Peru leading. Here's Keith getting 9 pins. Paquette going for his spare. There's Keith, and he will pick it up. There's Hampton for the Cougars. Hampton leaves the 1-2-3. Richard up for Northeastern, leaves double wood. There's Hampton, picks it up. Tyler Richard picks it up, nicely done with a double wood. There's Dikos. Dikos gets 7 pins, leaves the 1-2-3. Kyle Chambers. Looks like a 1-2-3 also. Yep. Dikos gets 2 out of the 3. See if Chambers can get them all. No, he misses them all. Strike for Dost. We are in the 7th frame. Paquette. It's 9 pins in his first ball. Here's Bruno. In the gutter. I believe he had a strike coming in. Paquette picks up his spare. Bruno finishes his frame. Here's Hampton. He's a 10 pin. And Mendoza. His first ball here in the 7th. Leaves the 4-7. Hampton going after the 10 pin. He will pick it up. 369 to 518. Peru leads. Mendoza going for the spare. He's got it. Now here's Dikos. It's 8 in his first ball. Leaves the 1-3. There's Devons, and Devons will pick off 8 pins. There's the 3-6 to get. Dikos will get 9 for the frame. Evans will get 8 for the frame. Quickly up in the 8th. Dost gets 9 pins. Here's Keith finishing up the 7th. Andy struck. Dost misses the 10 pin. Gets us to Tyler Richard. Richard gets 9 pins, leaves the 9 pin. Strike for Bruno. Richard picks up the spare. Here's Mondofik. Mondofik gets 7 pins. Chambers up for the Cougars. And he leaves the 10. Mondofik has a 3, 6, 10 to contend with. And he gets them. In the gutter for Chambers.
Can't do that either.
7 gets 8 pins. Paquette gets a strike. On the 8th frame. Evans will take it. He'll take it. It fell down. As far as anybody knows, I knocked it down, so we're going to take it. Hampton gets 6 pins on his first ball in the 8th. Keith strikes. The double for Keith. 6:31 to 4:37. Peru stretching it out here. Total pins for the game. No, it can't be total pins for the game. It's going to be with the handicap for the game. I'm totally confused on what this total with handicap is. We're in the 3rd game here, so. Nikos gets 9 for the frame. And I continue to try to figure out this scoreboard. Chambers gets 3 or 4 pins. Here's Dost. He got 7. Chambers had 5 pins, so he's got 5 remaining. He leaves 2. Dost leaves the head pin. Nick Paquette leaves a split. Bruno gets 7 on his first ball in the 9th frame. We're in the 9th frame. Paquette. Oh, nice try. Nice try. He gets 9 for the frame, but a good try. Here's Hampton. It's 9 for the frame. For the first ball, leaves the 5. We have another pin on the left on the lane here in the alley for Bruno. He has to wait again. Hampton picks up the spare. This is Dekos. He gets 7 pins in his first ball. Meanwhile, a pin on lane 16 has been cleared out. Dekos misses. Bruno will pick up his spare. There's Dost leading off the 10th, puts it in the gutter. Mandofik. He's still in the 9th. He leaves the 4-7. Dost needs to knock them all down to get a spare. He gets 9 of them, so he'll get 9 for the frame. Mandofik will miss the 4 pin. Well, let's see, where are we here? There we go, 143 for Dost. Here's Devons. Strikes. In the 9th. Here's Bruno in the 10th. Bruno strikes. Keith will bowl the anchor ball here in the 9th frame. He strikes. He's doing all right. So the Cougars can now start their 10th frame. Bruno throws his first fill ball. It's 8. Brings up Richard, or Richard, or Richard. Look at that. Didn't even have to throw the ball. Pins just fell. New feature John Roberts has added this year. You just stare at the pins and they'll fall down. Mandofik up for the Indians. He's starting his 10th frame. And he gets a strike. Richard gets 8 in his first ball in the 10th. Mandofik gets 6 pins. Oh, that double wood there. I didn't see that double wood. So Bruno finished with a 157. Mandofik's final fill ball. It's 9. Comes up Chambers for the Cougars. With 7 pins in his first ball. Now Devons for the Indians. He strikes. Let's see, Richard ended up with an even 100. 167 for Mandofik. Spare here for Chambers. And a strike for Devons. He's looking to strike out.
7, 8,
11 pins for Chambers on his fill ball. Almost striking out. Chambers finishes with a 123. Paquette up now. Here's Keith for the Indians. It's 9 pins. Paquette gets 8. Let's see. 198 for Corey Devens. Nice game for Devens. Keith picks up his spare. And Paquette will have an open. Keith gets a 9, give him a 205. Hampton gets 9 pins. I'd say this scoreboard doesn't give you much time to look at the scores. There we go. 870 for the Indians. Hampton picks up his spare. Cougars have 559 at the moment, so it'll be a 300 pin victory here for the Indians in the third game of the B match. Hampton is Phil Ball gets 7. So 133. Hampton. Here's DeCoste. Paquette with a 128. Chambers the 123. Richard with the 100. DeCoste will be under 100. He has an open, so he'll give him 90 for the game. 574 for the Cougars, 870 for the Indians. That's going to wrap it up. That's CVAC Varsity Bowling at Northeastern Clinton. Peru Indians visiting the Bowl Mart lanes to face the Northeastern Clinton Central School Cougars. And watching viewer-supported local television, win, lose, or draw, TV that's worth your support. How about it, bowling fans? Let us know you like bowling, and we'll keep that in mind when we decide what we're going to be covering. Thanks for watching, for those of you supporting our ongoing efforts.